Let me bring in some friends to the program here. Army Special Forces Master Sergeant, friend, Terry Shappert, and Mike Baker, former CIA Covert Operations Officer and President of Diligence, LLC, a global intelligence and security firm. I know you guys have some big opinions. Let me start with Terry here because you're a medic. So we're seeing this image of the ambassador. I don't mean to laugh. What I'm laughing at is we're being told that he was being escorted to the hospital by friendly Libyans. Now, look, I never served where you served. I never served at all, let's be honest. But is the Middle East known for escorting downed Americans to hospitals?
First of all, congratulations on the show. This is awesome, right? This is awesome. I've been a friend of yours and a big fan, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's get talking about this. Yeah, I saw the video. I was away in Alaska, and I finally came back a couple days ago. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I saw the picture, very gut-wrenching. I've dealt with a lot of trauma, obviously, as a medic, and Ambassador Stevens at that point in that picture was in a pretty good stage of shock. His skin was pale. It was ash gray. You could see he wasn't even all there mentally, which shows he's not getting oxygen to his brain. Is this the same thing like dragging him to a hospital the way they were dragging that reporter gal in Egypt when they were raping her? No,
American contractors in Iraq?
Yeah. So that strains believability, I guess. That might have happened, but the point is, no, he had no help there.
Mike, unplanned. 2 days before 9/11, a video comes out, an radical Islamic TV presenter goes on TV, sparks up the outrage by making it sound like this is what we do around here in America, doesn't tell these people that this is YouTube or explain what YouTube is. And there's just random, unplanned attacks right on 9/11.
Right. No, it defies logic. It's asinine to think that this was just some spontaneous, outburst. The attack in Benghazi is, for the administration, for the Obama administration to have taken the line they did, and we're already starting to see cracks in their armor. They're already starting to realize that they can't keep holding that line about this was just spontaneous. From a political standpoint, you understand why, because the narrative works. If you say it was just a video, we had no control over it, there was nothing we could do, then that's a pretty good narrative if your election is 2 months away. The fact of the matter is, those 4 individuals lost their lives because the State Department, unfortunately, and there's some wonderful people there at State Department, that work very hard, but those people responsible for security of the facilities overseas and people overseas were negligent in doing their job that should have been done a year ago when we decided, when the dust settled, to have a consulate in Benghazi.
If it was such a safe house, how did they find it? That's the question. Well, I mean, we called this thing a safe house. Apparently not so safe.
No, I've done, I don't know how many, countless operations over the years. And I can tell you one thing about the attackers. They had done their surveillance. They had recruited sources inside this consulate. They had tactical information that the ambassador was there. They knew it was a soft target. I mean, there is no way. And again, you can get locked up in saying, well, it was pre-planned, 3 months ago, it was pre-planned 2 weeks ago. But there was planning. It was premeditated. And the sooner the administration just throws their hands up and says, yes, we agree now, our original line was ridiculous, I don't see how else they walk this dog back.
Well, the other thing is, too, who cares if it was pre-planned or random? The security should have been there anyway. Right. You know what I mean? I mean, in a way, you would think they'd have a lesser chance of succeeding if it was indeed random. And the fact that it did succeed says your security was even worse than you say. Well, I mean, there's just no way. There's no excuse for that.
The Department of, of State, they've got, the security division, our regional security officers, their job, one of their jobs, and they do it very well around the world, this is why it's so puzzling why this was missed, was they assessed the risk in any particular operating environment. In Benghazi, again, when the decision was made to have a consulate there, you look at it and you've got a war zone. You've got Ansar al-Sharia, you've got the Rahman Brigade, you've got a lot of al-Qaeda elements operating in that area. We talked about this a year ago during the revolution, how uncontrolled it was, how many weapons were being pilfered out of the
that's what I want to ask you about. We might not have time in this segment that, warrior diplomats, right? Yeah, that's what Army Special Forces do. When we give stuff to indigenous forces, do we give them other people's stuff, AK-47s, or our stuff? Because I'm kind of wondering, when we, and we're going to do this after the break, when we do the forensics on this, the investigation, are we going to find that it was crates of foreign-made weapons or American-made stuff? We can't even keep the American-made stuff from not turning up at Fast and Furious.